When it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers and their future roster moves, one of the biggest questions hanging over the franchise right now is about contract extensions for key players who are set to become free agents next season. The offseason is always a tense time, with players, agents, and front offices trying to find the perfect balance between talent retention and salary cap management. And for the Steelers, this year might be even more intense given the stakes. The first and most obvious player at the center of all this buzz is TJ Watt, the dominant edge rusher who has become the heartbeat of the Steelers' defense. His impact on the field is undeniable. When he's healthy and playing, the Steelers are a different team, both in terms of defense and overall success. But as we've seen before, his injury last season highlighted just how crucial he is. Before he got hurt, the Steelers were winning and playing at a high level. After that ankle injury, their performance dipped sharply, both offensively and defensively. That's no coincidence. Now, the big question is how much the Steelers are willing to pay to keep Watt in Pittsburgh. This offseason, the edge rusher market was completely reset thanks to Myles Garrett's massive contract with the Cleveland Browns, which reportedly pays Garrett around $40 million a year. That sets a new standard, and it means that any team looking to keep their top edge rusher will have to match or exceed that figure to stay competitive in negotiations. For Pittsburgh, this is a tough spot. Financially, committing upwards of $40 million a season to Watt would put a significant strain on their salary cap. But realistically, there's no way around it if they want to keep competing for Super Bowls while Watt is still in his prime. Historically, the Steelers have been patient with big extensions. The pattern with guys like Cam Hayward and Pat Freiermuth was to let negotiations drag into training camp before finding common ground. It wouldn't be surprising if the Watt situation unfolds the same way. Both sides might hold firm for a while. TJ Watt pushing for his market value and the Steelers trying to keep the numbers manageable. But ultimately, the team will likely come through with a deal. The reason it's so important for them to pay him is simple. TJ Watt is irreplaceable on defense. When he's on the field, the defense sacks more quarterbacks, forces more turnovers, and the team simply wins more games. It doesn't matter who's under center for the Steelers, whether it's Mitch Trubisky, Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, or anyone else, the presence of Watt elevates the entire team's performance. Beyond just stats, Watt's leadership and ability to change the course of a game with a single play make him invaluable. He can wreck offensive game plans and disrupt even the best quarterbacks. And his ability to create turnovers swings momentum in the Steelers' favor like few other players can. The Steelers want to keep that competitive edge, especially with Cam Hayward likely nearing the end of his career and the team still hungry for another Super Bowl title. For them, investing in Watt means investing in their best chance to win it all in the near future. Moving past Watt, there are a few other players on the roster who could also be on the extension radar. Jaylen Warren is one of them. Warren has quietly become a fan favorite and a reliable piece in the Steelers' offense. He's not flashy, but his work ethic, toughness, and versatility stand out. On third downs, especially as a receiving back, he shines. His ability to protect the quarterback in pass-blocking situations adds a crucial layer to the offense. And when you look at his advanced metrics since 2022, he ranks near the top in explosive runs, yards after contact, yards per carry, and overall success rate. Those are numbers that highlight just how effective he is whenever he gets the ball. The Steelers might not see him as their top running back in the future, especially with young talent like Caleb Johnson coming in, but Warren could definitely earn a solid contract extension as a dependable second option who fits perfectly into their offensive scheme. Then there's Deshaun Elliott, a strong safety who had a standout season last year despite being on a relatively modest 2-year deal. He might not fill the stat sheet with flashy interceptions, but his over 100 tackles, solid pass defense, and consistency make him a vital piece of the defense. Elliott's ability to defend against screens, tackle reliably, and maintain strong positioning fits well within the Steelers' defensive scheme. His presence in the locker room and on the field has earned him respect, and the team could benefit from locking him down at a price similar to his current contract. His steady play is exactly what Pittsburgh needs on defense moving forward. On the offensive side, Calvin Austin III has also been turning heads. Many outside observers overlook him, but those who watch the tape know just how valuable he is as a number 3 receiver. He's incredibly fast, elusive, and has sharp route running skills that make him a deep threat whenever he's on the field. He may not be a strong blocker, which limits his use in some schemes, but in passing situations, Austin is a weapon. His style reminds some of Brandon Cooks in his prime, a smaller receiver who thrives on speed and precision rather than physicality. For the right price, somewhere around $10 million per season, Austin could definitely be a part of the Steelers' future receiving core. On the offensive line, Isaac Seumalo brings veteran leadership and reliability. While he's getting older, he remains one of the most consistent guards in the league when healthy. His PFF grades over the years highlight how valuable he is to the Steelers' offensive front, ranking among the top guards in the league. Even with some injury setbacks last season, his experience and steady play have been crucial in protecting the quarterback and opening holes for the running game. Keeping him around for another season or two at a fair price could provide stability to the offensive line, which is always a priority. And then there's Miles Killebrew, a special teams ace and locker room leader whose value goes beyond stats. Special teams is often overlooked but can swing games, and Killebrew's ability to block punts more than any other player in the league since he entered is a testament to his unique impact. He might not see defensive snaps regularly, but his role on special teams and his presence as a team captain make him an essential part of the Steelers' culture. Because of his specialized role, his contract demands are likely manageable, making him an easy player to keep around. So beyond TJ Watt, these players represent some of the best candidates for contract extensions with the Steelers heading into the offseason. While it's unlikely all of them will get extended, the team will have to prioritize based on performance, potential, and financial feasibility. Fans will be watching closely, debating which players deserve to be locked up for the long haul and which might move on. It's all part of the business side of the NFL. But for Pittsburgh, maintaining the core of a competitive team will be essential as they aim to build toward another championship window. Now, while TJ Watt is undoubtedly the crown jewel of the Steelers' impending free agents, the reality of the NFL is that no team can afford to pay every player what they might be worth in today's inflated market. The Steelers have to make tough decisions, balancing their cap space and their long-term vision. It's a delicate act, one that could define the franchise's direction for years to come. Beyond the obvious names, there are a handful of other players whose futures with the team remain uncertain but intriguing enough to discuss. One player worth mentioning is Pat Freiermuth, the tight end who showed flashes of real promise early in his career. Though he isn't one of the free agents this upcoming offseason, he represents the kind of young talent the Steelers want to build around, and his progression sets a benchmark for what the team expects from their core players. For those impending free agents, especially those who are younger or have shown steady improvement, the Steelers will have to assess not only their past production, but their potential growth. Players like Jaylen Warren fit into that mold. Versatile, efficient, and team first. The front office will weigh his role in the offense and whether his style complements the young, dynamic pieces they're adding, like Caleb Johnson and new receivers who could emerge in the next couple of seasons. Special teams players, too, like Miles Killebrew, often fly under the radar in these discussions, but their influence can be immense. Killebrew's knack for blocking punts isn't just a stat. It's a momentum changer, something that can spark entire games and energize a locker room. For a franchise like the Steelers, which prides itself on a strong team culture and tough, gritty football, having a guy like Killebrew around isn't just a luxury. It's part of their identity. Extending him would maintain continuity and keep the special teams unit performing at a high level without breaking the bank. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors are swirling in the NFL world as whispers emerge about a possible major move involving tight end Jonnu Smith. Sources close to the situation suggest that Smith might be on the verge of signing a substantial contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers, potentially a 4-year deal that could reshape the team's offense. While nothing has been officially confirmed yet, the buzz around this potential signing has already ignited excitement and speculation among fans and analysts alike. Jonnu Smith, known for his versatility and athleticism, has become a coveted asset in the league. His ability to line up in multiple positions and create mismatches against defenders makes him a valuable weapon for any offense. If the Steelers indeed secure his services, it could signal a significant shift in their offensive strategy, adding a dynamic edge to their passing game. Pittsburgh has long been searching for reliable targets and playmakers to support their quarterback, and Smith's potential arrival could fill that void. The timing of his rumored deal adds fuel to the fire, coming at a moment when the Steelers are evaluating their roster and looking to build a competitive team for the upcoming season. Jonnu Smith's experience and proven track record could bring much-needed depth and explosiveness to their lineup. However, the reported length of the contract, 4 years, also raises questions about the Steelers' long-term plans and financial commitments. As the NFL offseason continues, the possibility of Jonnu Smith donning the black and gold remains a hot topic. Fans are eager to see if this buzz translates into reality, potentially changing the Steelers' trajectory. Until official announcements are made, all eyes will be on Pittsburgh as speculation intensifies about this high-profile addition. Could Jonnu Smith be the key piece the Steelers have been missing? Only time will tell, but the rumor mill is certainly working overtime on this one. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.